All right, now we run it back right again. Good momentum so far. Isaac, we have not done greedier mode in Isaac yet. Magdalene. Yeah, why not? I mean, this seems easy enough. I mean, in principle, at least, it seems easy enough. I don't know about that one, man. You ever have a period of your life where you're just looking at property on Zillow for hours? No, but, I think it can be funny. Like, there's this Korean YouTuber Kate watches that does, like weird house tours on Zillow and, like, Google Maps and stuff like that. And it's, I gotta be honest, like, it's pretty fun to watch. You're like, what the heck's up with this weird house? You see a lot of weird stuff, man. It's content that I can get behind. Speaking of which, did you know that I was gonna say William Ice. Vanilla Ice has his own HGTV show about flipping houses. I only got to watch half of an episode of it last night while I was taking care of the baby. I don't even know what it's called. It's like Help Me Flip with Vanilla Ice or something like that. I don't understand the premise of the show at all. Two unrelated people bought a dilapidated piece of property. I didn't mean to step on the button, honestly, even though I walked right for it. They bought a piece of property for well under market value, gussied it up a little bit while complaining along the way. Oh, it's so hard to resod the grass. Hold on. Hey, D6 is pretty good, man. And then, you know, resell it for, like, an unbelievable profit later. Anyway, what was I saying? I forgot. But then, like, They ran out of budget because they were cleaning up the pool and there was a crack in the pool, right? And they're like, oh, this isn't good. And then they had to ask Vanilla Ice for more money. And then Vanilla Ice was like, sure, here's $10,000. And they were like, thanks, Ice. And they just did it. Like, I don't really know what to say about it. I was just confused when I was watching it. I guess the veneer of the show is that Vanilla Ice is like, he's an investor. He invests in the flipping, I suppose. I don't know. We shouldn't have come in here, honestly. This is interesting to me, but I'm gonna say no. Car battery D6 is good. Why though? Why? How? Oh, car battery with Yum Hard. That makes way more sense. Dude. Wait, hold on. What was this? Reroll. Yeah, I know. I always say I shouldn't go into the deal with the devil, and then I go into the deal with the devil. In my defense, I've got like 4,000 hours in this game, you know? Like, it takes a little time, the old lack of neuroplasticity these days, to get the new better habits, like, in there. One of these days we'll laugh about it, but it won't be today, that's for sure. Clearly. Dreamcatcher is Pog. I agree. It is a pretty Pog item. For me to poop on. Literally, like, the only joke on the planet that never gets old. And then the dog says, for me to poop on. Funniest shit I've ever seen, dude. Sorry, as funniest poop I've ever seen, dude. Funniest poop I've ever seen. Okay, you are getting re-rolled because you're garbage. That's also not very good, but I'll take it for now. Makes it easier to skip item rooms and get planetariums. Yeah, it does make it easier. No question there. So it depends how much you value that. Personally, I've never had a problem gaining access to... I was gonna say... Personally, I've never had a problem gaining access to Uranus. That is not what I meant. What I meant was, I've never had a problem gaining access to Uranus. Two different things altogether. +2, +2. +100. Let's go. Oh, what'd you find? A mirror? If Eden Soul was like charged instantly, I'd be freaking stoked. Instead, we end up stuck with like Jesus juice. 0.5 damage up after all that? Like, that's not Eden Soul, that's Star of Bethlehem? They gotta start using different item, like different pictures, man. The fact that they're using the same picture for all of them, so confusing. That was not Star of Bethlehem, by the way. That was Eden Soul. Oh, okay. Hey, chat. Keep it up and you're gonna get trunked. I thought that was free. I got very excited by the free item. Sorry to say, we will be leaving behind the Anarchist Cookbook. Nothing we can do about it, really. No price? Guess it must be free. Working hard or hardly working? I gotta be honest, like 1.3 speed as Tainted Eden, I don't respect it that much. As any other character, I think I'd be chilling. But as Tainted Eden, gotta go fast. I believe she is the progenitor of that phrase. Wrong. It's tails per hour. You say Tainted Eden? Yeah, what I meant when I said Tainted Eden, obviously, was Tainted Maggie. I just got Tainted Eden on the brain because I was thinking about how I'm never going to play as her ever again. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. I'm having a great time with the... I mean, this is like a single-digit IQ run right here. If we lose, I'll be pretty disappointed, but... By far the most boring character. That's my thing, man, and I'm not going off in angry New York trumpet man voice, because I think that I've got to get a salient point out here first, which is hard to do when your brain is trying to create that voice from nothingness. But, in order for a run to be zany, and for Zane to work out for you, you gotta have a foundation first that lets you be zany. You know, if something is not ever stable, yuck, then it can't be zany. If it's always zany, then nothing's zany. Like if you live in a shifting sandcastle, then when your house, you know, erodes and gets swept away by the rising tide, you don't go, whoa! You go, yeah, that's what it does. We built our house on, you know, the beach, and now the tide's sweeping it away. Way of the road. You don't respect the stability that serves as the foundation for a run where Zane can occur. Okay, now we've moved on. I've been getting too many +2s today, man. I don't take that as a sign that I'm particularly funny. I take that as a sign that the bubble's about to pop. When even the mods are giving you +2, that's a sign that things are overinflated. I will try a tarot cloth. Incredible. You know, but it's a weird hanged man. Wasn't? No, it was just because I had tarot cloth. Never mind. And what the heck's going on? Kidney stone? Bro, get out of here. Where did +2 come from anyway? First time? Kidney stone is good now? Yeah, no, definitely. Probably about as good as holy water. And Isaac's heart. The 3 best items in the game now. Holy water slaps now? Don't think so. Yeah, I slap it out of your hands and replace it with a spark mouth strawberry. The best tasting seltzer on the market. It's not soda, it's a seltzer. It's 2 different things. I've returned finally. I went President's Choice Blue Menu, Bubbly, Spark Mouth, Aha, LaCroix Pamplemousse, Zevia, and now I am back on the Spark Mouth train because honestly, that's what it's all about, man. Oh, sorry, I forgot about Deep Orange. Deep Orange yesterday. Good point. Holy Mantle actually not that good here. I've realized the error of my ways. Actually wrong, by the way. Holy Mantle just got a Tears upgrade and a full health pill. Bet you feel real silly right now. Free curse room every floor. Okay, we out here. He's done it. I tried Zevia on your anti-recommendation the other day, and I like it. Zevia, you can contact northernlionbusiness@gmail.com. If you are interested in fulfilling the terms of our arrangement. I take. I don't send it back. I just take. There is no sending back. I'm still drinking bubbly. It's great. It's great as long as you know, don't get personally disrespected by the social team. Like, there's nothing wrong with the flavor of the beverage. I just don't understand why the flavor of the social media team had to be so salty. Could it be because they're a Pepsi product and the Coca-Cola Corporation is it makes a superior product in almost every other domain? Could it be maybe it's something related to that? Maybe it's because Pepsi will always be seen as an alternative to Coke instead of Coke being an alternative to Pepsi. Maybe it's got some, maybe there's some like little brother sort of syndrome that comes out as a result of that. I don't know. He's burning all his bridges. Yo, shut up. This MF spitting, dude. I haven't... Well, actually, you know what? That's a lie. I have tried the coffee Coke flavors. I like them. If they made, like, a zero-calorie, like, Coke with coffee, I would maybe consider picking some up from time to time. It's weird. Like, I don't know if anybody else is in the same boat, but, like, buying sparkling water at the grocery store, I'm like, this is fine. If I buy a diet soda, though, at the grocery store, I'm like, this is like I'm slipping into hedonism. Something about, like, when you pick up, like, a six-pack of LaCroix, you're like, this is just a nice little treat. You buy a six-pack of Diet Coke, like, I feel like I'm like, buying heroin or something like that. It's crazy. Like, when I see people with soda in their shopping carts at the grocery store, I'm like, oh, honey, don't look. There's something weird about it. A double standard, to be certain. We got one more to go. But we got 26 cents. Hold on, hold on. Yes, please. Yes, please. It gives us more capacity for our full health pill later. Yes, please. I used to drink 3 liters of Diet Coke a day, and quitting was torture. I think it sneaks up on you for sure. Like, I know somebody used to drink like 8 to 12 cans of Diet Mountain Dew a day. And you're like, man, that's just like... I'll admit, it, like, yeah, sure, it's 0 calories, but like... it's just some, like, 8 like 2.5 liters of... No, honestly, I know that seems crazy. I stand by it. It's a lot of Mountain Dew, man. I don't have any science to back up that drinking that much Mountain Dew is particularly bad for your health, but it's just one of those things where, like, the smell test is like, it can't be good, right? Just like on the basic level, you're just like, that can't possibly be good for you. But I also feel like I mean, everybody knows that, like, soda is bad for you, especially well, I'm not gonna say especially, like, non-diet sodas, because it's a little controversial. I don't have the math to back that up. But someone in chat was like, my dad drinks 5 Mountain Dews a day, and he seems like he's in good health. It kind of blows my mind. I was thinking about that the other day, about how, like, you know, as the makeup of, like, labor in the world changes, you got to change your lifestyle as well. Like, I grew up in a farm area. My neighbors were farmers, and I would, like, go hang out with their kids all the time. And the dad would drink like 8 Cokes a day, and he was, like, muscular. It doesn't mean he was in good health, but, you know, when I look back on it, I'm like, you know, how was that guy able to drink like 8 Cokes a day, and he still had, like, the top 4 abs? Because he would always walk around without his shirt on. And you're like, this is because he's, like, burning 2,500 calories a day in the field. So he's built different. Nowadays, if I drink, like, a soda, the next day I'm like, I don't feel good. And I'm like, yeah, dummy, it's because you're sitting down all day. Your basal metabolic rate is like 1250 or something. Yeah, I don't know what the pipes look like on the inside for this guy. I'm just saying. What about his pipe on the outside? I don't want to talk about it. When was the last time you went to the doctor? I mean, we went to... It depends on what you mean by go to the doctor, I guess. Like, I've been at the doctor, like, once every 2 months for, like, the last... I don't know, 18 months because of the baby. Those appointments aren't for me, obviously, but then, like, you know, the doctor goes like, anything going on with you? And I just go like, nah. And she's like, all right, then don't sweat it. For yourself? I don't know. I go to the doctor more than the average person. Let's put it that way. But COVID has kind of, like, messed things up. You know, it's kind of hard to get, like, an annual physical. I think we prefer this, honestly. Like, you know what? Let's shoot for the moon. I want to go for a reroll, actually. Yeah. Good choice. That's money, dude. We don't respect them. You know what? We have to. We're gonna take full health with us, so we might as well do it like this. I'm realizing. Squeezy's fine, but we can do better. Raw liver with full health is pretty good. Anyway. I mean, kind of like the, I don't, you know, want to make this, because I'm not a medical scientist, right? Like, I'm not the one making the public health decisions. My experience, at least when I was in my 20s, was basically like, hey, the doctor, like, every 5 years they'll give you, like, a physical or something like that. But otherwise, if you're healthy and you're like, hey, I just need my routine physical, they're like, okay, come on in. And then they ask you, like, so, how are you feeling? And if you say good, they're like, okay, get out of my office. Like, that's pretty much what my experience was like in my 20s. And that's across, like, multiple doctors. I did, in, like, 2016, I had a physical where, like, my blood pressure was on the borderline of being high blood pressure. And, you know, the diagnosis that basically we came to was that that's what happens when you read too many internet comments. So it's kind of like an ongoing struggle to get rid of that hypertension. But apart from that, they're basically like, you know, seems like you're doing okay. Maybe try to lose like 15 pounds and I'll see you in 10 years. But I have absolutely, like, no doctor anxiety. If they wanted to give me, like, the prostate examination once a year in my 30s, I would be totally down for it. I would be like, honestly, I'm just flesh. Like, just juice me up, see if I care. And anything, really, just to, you know, I mean, get your money's worth. I've been paying these taxes for, you know, like a decade and a half now. When do I get the fingers stuck up my behind? Jerry! Oh, I don't have any bombs. Sure, you know. We are Seraphim, we have Seraphim. Donkey. Nah. Come on, man. Nah. Okay, I'll take a risk on tier size. Take a risk on me. If you change your risk, take a risk on me. Okay. I think it's gonna be a little spiced, but I feel more confident about this one than I did about our last run, to be honest with you. We got this full health pill. You know, we got full health in general. Obviously, it's gonna, like, the only thing I'm worried about is that our health is gonna decay. But we'll also, when a bunch of enemies get spawned, like even this, for example, we should be able to get some red hearts out of it. So I'm feeling optimistic. There's no way you can lose. I mean, I think that's an undersell, quite frankly. I definitely think there's a way we can lose. Our HP is going to decay to 2, which is pretty spicy. Obviously, Godhead's helping out a bunch, don't get me wrong. And I gotta admit, actually, Kidney Stone's pretty sick. It's doing good work. I didn't think that would be the case, but it is. They don't think it'd be like it is, but it do. What are osteopaths like in Canada? I don't really understand an osteopath. It's kind of like a cross between a massage therapist, a fortune teller, and a chiropractor. Like, is that correct? It's crazy to me. Like, for most benefits plans, osteopaths are covered in Canada. But, like, therapists aren't, which is just, like, obviously somebody that, like, drew up those insurance guidelines has, like, an osteopath in the family. But, I do, like, my mom, with the benefits plan she used to have, you know, she got, a paid-for visit to an osteopath once every 3 or 4 months or something like that. I remember one time he was, like, she told me that he was, like, examining her back or something, and then he went, like, oh my god, and she was like, what? And he was like, you have, like, so much trauma in your spine, or something like that, like, was your home life okay when you were growing up, or something like that? And I'm like, what the heck? Are you, like a spinal shaman or something? Like, I don't know what, I don't understand, I'm not... You know, let me put it this way. What did I... Because I've been talking about the placebo effect of, like, the caffeine, right? Like, maybe I actually didn't under-caffeinate, but I just thought that I under-caffeinated, and now that I believe I'm fully caffeinated, I'm, like, juiced up to the freaking gills. So you know, that's a very roundabout and strange way of saying, like, basically, whatever works for you, for the most part, I'm not gonna be, too annoyed by it or too anal about it. However, I don't really get it. That's for certain. Oh, my kidney stone, dude. Does Super Greed not have, boss armor? Because, like, that's insanely great. They added it back? He does, but it's lower. Okay, okay. I can live with that. I think you're right, by the way. I don't think there's a realistic path to losing this one. I would, in hindsight, say you were 100% correct on that. That being said, the seed's not doing us any favors right now. A doctor of osteopathy in America is equivalent to an MD. I'm just gonna pop it, man. Again, like, it's one of those situations where I'm like, I think my ignorance can get me in trouble. But I'm just like, the only stories I've heard about it are basically like getting a massage and talking about your mom. Like, it doesn't mean that's all they do, I'm just saying. Anyway, that was a good run. Slash marker. Tainted Maggie. Greedier.